And welcome, ladies and gentlemen, back to another edition of Michaela Loves Gymnastics. How you guys doing today? First of all, I would like to say thank you for the support. Thank you for the 16 people who subscribe. We're only 4 subscribers away from 20. So let's do it. Let's get my channel up to 100 people by the end of the month. Let's do it, everybody. So today's show or conversation is going to be about my personal most disliked skill in the sport of gymnastics right now. And that is the switch ring, or all the ring jumps, to be honest. Um, the reason why it's one of my most hated skills in the sport right now is because, for the simple fact, other than the Chinese and some Russian gymnasts, very few, and Flavia Saraiva from Brazil, very few gymnasts do this skill correctly. Every time I see a balance beam routine or a floor exercise routine with a bunch of ring leaps or ring jumps, and I see a score 12 something, low 13, I automatically know, and this is floor exercise too, this is just not balance beam, this is floor exercise too. I automatically know 3 to 5 tenths of a point was deducted on that one skill alone. And if you have 2 or 3 of those skills in your routine, such as Kara Eker, you know, such as Flavia Sarava, such as a lot of gymnasts, you know, those things start to add up, and that is including floor exercise routines too. Have you ever seen a floor exercise routine with wonderful tumblings? The spins was okay, but then the score is really low, and you can't understand why the score is so low. Ask yourself if they had a switch ring position in one of their leaps, and if they did not have the back of their foot touch the back of their forehead, which is the ring leap. Like, see, this is one of the problems with this ring leap conversation. A lot of people don't understand what a ring leap is. They listen to Tim Daggett and Nastia Liukin, and their definition on NBC is if you throw your head back. But that's not a ring position. That's not a ring leap. A ring leap is literally the back of your foot touches the back of your head. And a lot of people do not nowhere near make this position. So when we see these low scores, ask yourself, oh, they had a ring leap in their routine. Did the back of their foot touch the back of their head? Nope, the judges took 3 to 5 tenths of a point off of. And if you have, and see the old quota points, which is why these ring leaps are being used so highly in this, this quadrennium of gymnastics, because beforehand they would just devalue it from an E to a D, right? They wouldn't take the deduction. They would just devalue the skill from a D to an E. From an E to a D. So you're only losing basically 1/10 of a point off for not having the back of your foot touching the back of your head. Not in this new generation, not in this new quota points. You're losing 3 to 5 tenths of a point for not doing the skill correctly. For a lot of these girls, it would be better for them to do a straddle jump for a turn, or a split jump for a turn, or a wolf jump for a turn, or a pipe jump for a turn. All of those jumps are D's. I think the only E ring position jump is a switch ring, which is an E, but all the other ones are D's, and they're not getting credit for them because the back of their foot simply is not touching the back of your head. I think in America, the girl who's come closest to the correct position is Morgan Hurd. Kara, I know last year they was being real lenient to her, but I think if she makes the world team, I think her balance beam score is going to be super low, because her positions, to be honest, are worse than they were last year. And last year her positions weren't that great either. I know a lot of people hate the wolf turn. I don't like it either. But for the same reason, it's not that the wolf turn is an ugly skill. The girls just don't do it right. Lauren Mitchell, Taryn Humphrey, who created the skill as we know it today, they landed literally in the wolf position. When they finished turning, their foot was still in their body position was still in the wolf position, not in this squat position that everybody ends the wolf turns with, which makes the turn ugly. But I think if a lot of people would land like Lauren Mitchell landed in a wolf position and even elevated on tippy toes, I think it would. The skill would be a lot better. And it goes the same thing with these switch positions. Girls, take this jump out of your routine. Take this jump out of your, unless your foot can literally touch the back of your head. Take the skill out of your routine. Thank you for another edition of Michaela Loves Gymnastics. Please leave your comments. I know a lot of people are going to have a lot of stuff to say about this, and I'm open for the conversation. So leave your comments, like, and share. Join Michaela Loves Gymnastics. Join my Instagram at Michaela Loves Gymnastics. Join my Facebook group at Michaela Loves Gymnastics. Thank you, everybody. God bless.